What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another deck profile here on TCGU University. I am Michael, yours truly, and today I'm playing Maxi under all. Just recently got an errata, so we can play ya boy again. He's got the once per turn and the twice per turn. So yeah, let's get into this pirate. Alright guys, so like I said, we're playing Maxi today under all. He's a 7-hander with 20 life. He's got air, all, and good. He's got two different enhances. He's got an enhance of once per turn. If I have two more foundations in my card pool, I can build a momentum from the top of my deck. And then enhance twice per turn. I can debuild myself one foundation from my staging area to my card pool, and then I can ready one foundation that has been ready this turn, and then I can give my attacks 1 speed and 3 damage. Yeah. He's a pretty cool guy. Just to warn you, this deck's a little dangerous, so I'm going to show you some of the dangerous cards first. So I'm going to show you my actions and assets first. I'm playing 4 Covert Intent. Yeah, I just want to stuff a lot of cards into my card pool, and I want to draw lots of cards, and I want to play a lot of cards. So it's a 5/1 with a no block with the infinity symbols. This card ignores progressive difficulty, which is really nice, and then it has a R. Discard momentum as a cost, and then after an attack resolves, I clear both of our card pools, and we draw X. X equals the number of cards that left our card pool. So if I have like 4 attacks, and then the Covert Intent, and you have like 2 blocks, you'll draw 2, and then I'll draw 1 for each attack, and then the Covert Intent equaling 5. Playing 2, Throw It Down. It's just nice. It gives free stats. It's another card that doesn't count towards progressive difficulty, which is really nice, so we can like build out cards a little bit longer. And then it gives, like I said, free stats. The free 1/3 with the form of my next card I play this turn's attack. I get 1/3, and if it deals damage, I get to draw a card. It's also got a 0 high block, which is really nice as well. Playing 2, Let's Cut Loose. Just since Maxi wants to shove foundations up, it's just nice to just drop them back down and reuse them. So I can show you guys a couple examples once I get to the foundations. But enhance remove, add 1 foundation from our discard pile to our hand, or from our card pool to our staging area, and then we get to draw a card. It's a 3/6 no block, but the card puts in work. It's really good. And then the asset I was playing was 3 Fatty Ball. It's a really nice low block. It's a 2/5/1 low block. I'm using it for the R commit. When we build a momentum, we get to build an additional momentum. And then it also has an enhance of twice per turn. I can give our Fury attack 2 speed and 1 damage. But we're using it for the R commit to build us an extra momentum for Covert Intent, just to make sure that we always have momentum for Covert Intent. We're playing 4 Ovipositor Charger. It's a 4/2 with a 1 mid block, 2/4 with Charge, Deadlock Reversal, EX, 2, and Fury. So with Fatty Ball, we can actually just give it the stats, which is really nice. And then our card pool, I can discard 1 card. After I make a check to play an attack, I can give it +1, which is really nice. It helps our turns go a little bit longer. And then enhance for the rest of the turn. I may play copies of Ovipositor Charger from my discard pile as though they were in my hand, which is really nice. So we want to clear 3 or 4 Ovipositors with a Covert Intent, and then just start playing them again, and maybe play another Covert Intent. So we just play a bunch of Ovipositor Chargers. We get Maxi for stats for the 1/3 by shoving cards up, and then we also get Fatty Balls twice per turn for the stats, which is really nice. So we can give these stats and draw a bunch of cards off of them. So that's going to be our main win condition, but we have a 1 other card that can be counted as a main condition, win condition. I'm playing 4 Fatality. It's another infinity card. It's a 0/3, 1 mid block, 0 mid for 0. It can't deal damage and can't like gain stats, but it's got an R after it's played. I look at my opponent's discard pile and name a card, and they remove all copies of that from their discard pile to their remove from play zone. And then when this card resolves, it goes to momentum. So really cool thing is with Fatality, it'll resolve and then go to your momentum, and then you're still in the window of your card resolving, so you can play a Covert Intent. So if you don't have a momentum, you can just have the Fatality hit your momentum, then play the Covert Intent, which is really, really nice. And then it has a Deadlock Desperation combo with another Fatality, win the game if your opponent's at Desperation and at Deadlock. Play 4 Nutcracker. This is our other win condition, just so we don't have to rely on like the Ovipositor loop the entire time. We can have a real attack, a real charge, just do something for us, especially because this card can get pretty out of hand. Throw it down, give it 1/3, Maxi, give it 1/3. If you're playing against a male, give it 4 damage. So like we can make this a 6 low for like 14, relatively easy. But it's a 4/3, 2 mid block, 4 low for 4. Breaker 2, charge, EX3, punch, slam. If we're playing against a male character, we get +4 damage. And then enhance, add a foundation from our discard pile to our card pool, and we get to draw a card, which is really nice, and we want to abuse that effect a lot. Playing 4 Air Slasher. Some of you might not know what this card does. It's a 4/3, 1 mid block, 3 mid for 4, charge, range, enhance. If it is blocked, I can take 1 charge from my discard pile, and I can put it into my card pool, and it doesn't count towards progressive difficulty this turn. I like this a lot more than Valiant Assault, because Valiant Assault seals your card. Air Slasher doesn't seal your card. So with Air Slasher, we can put an Ovipositor into our card pool, meaning that we get the response in the card pool, which is really, really nice just for our longer attack string turns. And then just while we're looping, it's just more cards to get off of the Covert Intent. And then the last attack complaint is 4 Kersplat. It's good reversal. It enables us to live longer with the enhance of if it deals damage, we get to gain 2 life, and then I can commit a foundation. My next card I play this turn ignores progressive difficulty, meaning I can have 3 or 4 attacks in my card pool, play the Kersplat, commit 1, and then I can play an Ovipositor on a 4, which is really nice. It's a 3 high for 4 with 1 low block. Yeah, it puts in work for us. Onto the foundations. I have just the first ones are sorted by importance, and the other ones are just kind of our game plan and just to help us with consistency issues and stuff like that. So I'm playing 4 Reborn Human. I just want to say this card puts in a lot of work. We have 20 life, and there was a game I played where I had 30 life as Maxi. So I was a 7-hander with 30 life, which is really good. So it has a static of this card does not count towards progressive difficulty for attacks. And then our card pool, after an attack deals damage, we get a gain of life. Like I said, being a 20 life character, we're pretty fragile, so being able to gain more life than that is really good. And then it's just another good card to stuff in our card pool with Maxi, stuff like that. For Covert Intent to just draw extra cards. Then the other one I'm playing is 4 Sense of Morals. It's really good. It's just a little bit better version of Reborn Human. It doesn't count towards progressive difficulty, and it has an enhance 4. I can ready a foundation that's been committed by one of my opponent's effects. Then this is playable while committed, and it's a 2/5 no block. This is one of our main Nutcracker targets. And it just helps us. It does a lot of things for us. It helps us build. We can have this in our staging area, whether it's committed or not. And we can just use Maxi to shove it up to ready 1 and then give stats. And then it's just something really good to clear off of a Covert Intent. So yeah, this and the Reborn Human are our best targets for Maxi's twice per turn enhance, and then just our best targets for Nutcracker in general. I'm playing 2 Friendly Rivalry. I actually really like this card. It's a 0/5/3 mid block. It says enhance, add this to the top of our deck, and then the current attack gets -1 damage. This confirms our check for Covert Intent, and that's why we're playing it. Covert Intent's always going to be on a 5. This has a 5, and it goes on top of our deck. So it just enables us to at least resolve 1 Covert Intent, which is what I really like about it. I kind of wanted to play a 3rd copy. Playing 4 Insect Puppeteer. It's just good. Enhance, ready, stuff a Ovipositor into our card pool to ready it. Playable while committed. It's really nice just being able to jam more stuff in our card pool for Covert Intent, and then just drawing more cards off that Covert Intent. And then enhance flip. My printed 4 damage attack gets +1/+1. We don't want to use that. We just want to use this for the once per turn enhance to ready. So something with this is if it's committed, you'll want to use its enhance first, and then you want to use Maxi first, because this doesn't say if it's been readied or not. So yeah, you just want to make sure you use Maxi on this first and not its enhance first, just because you want to be able to ready as much stuff as you can with Maxi's twice per turn. Playing 3 Fallen Angels. Like I said, since this deck's got 1s and 2s, we want to make sure that we can confirm our checks. So it's a 0/5/2 low block with the static of after you play this card, you reveal the top card of your deck, and then you can choose to keep it there, or you can choose to discard it. I think it's really important to our game plan, just making sure that we can fish the 2s and the 1s off the top of our deck. I think it's really, really important. Playing 3 Orphan Alchemist. It's another card that secures our check. It has a low block, and it's a 6, and it's spam. So it's really, really good for us in general. It's a 1/6 with a 2 low block enhance flip, reveal the top card of our deck, and then it also counters some of our opponent's cards that might blow us out. There's some cards from the new set from Libra of Souls that remove cards from your discard pile, and this is going to cancel it. So our opponent's not going to be able to hit like Covert Intents or Ovipositors or Nutcracker targets. This is going to cancel that. So it's disruption and it's game plan at the same time. And then we also get to draw a card off the response flip. And yeah, like I said, it checks a 6, so this card's really, really good for us. I'm playing 3 Fallen Master. It's a 1/6 with a 2 high block. It's got an enhanced commit of -1/-1, but it's a high block spam with a 6 check, which is really, really important. Like I said, we're playing really late attack strings, so this is just going to help us play a lot of attacks, and it's not terrible spam. Playing 3 Power Cycle. I think this card's pretty important. The enhanced commit flip adds 1 card from our discard pile into our card pool. There's a lot of different things we can add. We can add the Reborn Human, we can add the Sense of Morals, we can add a Throw It Down, we can add an Ovipositor. There's just a lot of stuff that we can add that's just going to draw us more cards off Covert Intent. And then since this card commits itself, it's something that we can use Maxi on to stuff something up to ready this, which is really nice. I'm playing 3 A Worthy Vessel. Playing Worthy Vessel because our Ovipositors don't always get big, because, like I said, Maxi's Enhance is only twice per turn, and Fatty Ball is only twice per turn. So this just says that we can pay 1 life to give +2 damage to one of our Ovipositors, and then it just says we can snipe a card to our opponent's discard pile if they try and mess with it. Then it's good. It's a spam with a high block, so it'll pump one of our Ovipositors, and then it's just got some nice little bit of disruption there. I'm playing 2 Rhythmic Fighting Style. This is going to be my main defensive game plan. Enhanced commit. If my block zone matches their attack zone, then it gets removed before the damage step. Really good against throws. And just cards you don't want in your opponent's card pool in general. And then since it commits, it's just another card that's really, really good with Maxi to just stuff up like a Sense of Morals or a Reborn Human, and then ready the Rhythmic Fighting Style, and then you can use it again. Yeah, I just found it to be a really, really good defensive piece. And it's got Breaker 1 with a 2 high block. This is probably one of my favorite foundations in the deck. Something I was looking around and I saw this card and I was like, wow, we could definitely use this. 2 Secretly Plotting. It's a 2/5/4 high block, which is a little crazy, but it's got enhanced flip. Look at the top 2 cards of our deck, and we can put them in any order. That's really good for us because we draw a decent amount of cards. And Nutcracker or Let's Cut Loose, this is perfect for Nutcracker or Let's Cut Loose. Just right before we use the Nutcracker Enhance or right before we use a Let's Cut Loose, we can flip, we can confirm our check, and choose which card to draw. It's just really good for us, just getting that extra knowledge. I'm playing 2 Hiding in Plain Sight. Like I said, Covert Intent uses momentum, so we got to make sure that we always have momentum. Maxi's once per turn is actually really nice for us, just getting that momentum. But sometimes our combo starts off a little weird, and we don't always have the 2 foundations. So this is just going to help for it. This is just going to help us just debuild to add this to our momentum. If our opponent's at Desperation, then we get to build 2 momentum. But yeah, it's just another good momentum out with a high block. Just more Ovipositor and Covert Intent fuel. And then we're playing 2 True Identity. Should have been playing more of these. It's a 2/5/3 mid block unique. Form commit. We get +1 check to our checks to play attacks this turn. This is just really good for us. Like I said, we're trying to play as many Ovipositors as possible, and this form commit is going to help us out a lot, and we're going to get a lot of mileage out of it once our deck is running and working and gelling together. Alright guys, so that was my all Maxi deck profile, just abusing Ovipositor and then abusing Covert Intent. I think it's a pretty nice deck to use it in just because twice per turn we get to ready a foundation at the cost of stuffing a foundation into our card pool, which isn't too big of a deal because we're just going to Covert Intent them away. And so it's just we debuild 1 committed foundation and ready 1 to draw an extra card, which I think is worth it in the end, just because sometimes we can just draw like upwards to like 6 or 7 cards off a Covert Intent and just blow our opponent out. But yeah, guys, that was the deck profile. If you like the deck profile, you can check out other ones on the channel just down below, or you can check us out over at patreon.com/TCGU University. Anything you see on YouTube, we got over there a week earlier. Just toss us a couple dollars. But if not, it's cool. Everything's here on YouTube. And then you can also find us out on Facebook at tcguniversity.com. And yeah, feel free to check out the other deck profiles or the matches for our campus championship. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay learned.